And that's what it is like outdoors. But here inside, it's cozy and warm. And the 3 rescued kitty cats are not out in the snow and the cold. And they're away from bad animals and bad people. And away from hunger. And they are singing songs. Oh, that's such a nice song.com. Oh, that's such a nice song.com. I'm amazed about something. I have asked 5 or 10, 15 people as we sat around a dinner table or as we were riding along in a car to count 5 things, 5 good things that happened to you in the year 2012. I'm amazed, folks. They have a hard time even finding 3. And here they've been given all of these blessings. Just copiousness of blessings. Every minute of their lives. And they struggle to find 3 for a whole year. You and I have learned long ago what? To count 15 blessings an hour. Somebody made clusters. Huge clusters, folks. Huge clusters. Millions of miles wide clusters. Somebody subdivided these clusters into what we call galaxies. And then somebody subdivided these galaxies into what we call stars. What's a star? A star is a ball of gas held together by its own gravity. What's gravity? Wow. Somebody did this. A star is a ball of gas held together by its own gravity. What gas? Hydrogen. Hydrogen's a cluster. What's in it? Proton? Neutron? An electron? We used to think that was the element. Nothing smaller. But that's not how God works. Oh! Somebody did all this. Who is this somebody? Who is this somebody who did all this? Well, I choose to call this somebody God. What do you do? And this hydrogen atom, now they think it consists of quarks and other elementary particles, 6 or 7 of them. And then you have Glenny saying that the basic is electromagnetic waves. And saying where 2 electromagnetic waves converge, you've got the first particle. That's Glenny saying that, hypothesizing that. And this hydrogen in a star, a nuclear furnace. Now, this is God's way. This is somebody's way. Come together in fusion and make the next element up, helium. And then another hydrogen atom is added. This is Glenny's hypothesis now. And you got the 3rd element up, and the 4th, and the 5th, till you get up to the nice one, oxygen. 8 of them. and carbon 12. And they make such interesting molecules. And somebody takes those molecules and makes life out of them. Animal life, plant life. Little tiny, tiny, tiny. Nano. And then somebody makes those into cells. And what's the cell do? A cell can eat, it can excrete, it can move, and it can reproduce. Now you've got organs. And these organs combine to make a body. And these beautiful bodies. Fish and birds and reptiles. And our friends the mammals. And these little furry packages right here. Who purr. And dogs who wag their tails. And this somebody put together a mind that tells the body what to do. And this somebody put together motion. Look at the motion. Look at all the motion in the world. And people have people have a problem counting 5 blessings that happen in a whole year. Well, I call that somebody God. And I love that somebody. With all your heart? Yes. With all your soul? Yes. With all your mind? Yes. Do you love your neighbors yourself? Better. God gave you a whole year. This is a calendar. This is New Year's Day, and this is 2013. God just handed you out a whole year. Let's send some money to PETA, and let's send some money to the Liberty and Justice for All, means for the animals, for the Animal Legal Defense Fund. Are these good organizations? Does the money really go to the animals? If you give locally, you know where the money goes. And here is Sky Magazine, sent to me by my good friend Staten Island, Patricia Brady, who is the sponsor of a chat with Glendora on Staten Island. And in this magazine, folks, you will see magnificent pictures of galaxies. They have these beautiful telescopes and these exact cameras that show you these magnificent galaxies that are millions of miles big. These magnificent galaxies. Here's what was happening in the sky this month. And it's so precise. And God does it so well that it's all predictable. And that somebody is magnificent. And there's that motion again. Not only the motion of your body, folks, but the motion of those bodies in the sky. I love the pictures of the stars and of the galaxies. Do we have a picture yet of a cluster of galaxies? All right, come up with 15 blessings right now. Electricity, electrons, health, power to perform, physically, mentally, spiritually, morally, legally, aptitude, capability, capacitance, facility, choice. Colors. That's 15. Now rejoice about 4 things. A new year. A new year of glorious fulfillment from the sky above. A new year with an opportunity to give happiness. And a new year of laughter and joy and thanks. So we do that 20 an hour, 20 an hour, and yet these people had a hard time getting above 3 for a year. What's that tell you about us? Self. Too much self. Worrying about self. Not taking time to count blessings. And if you do take time to think of only the good and keep self out, here are some of the things God gives you. Do you want these? Gentility, relaxation, refinement, gracefulness, cheerfulness, success. Are these the things you want for 2003? Fulfillment, precision, gladness, quiet, composure, steadiness, answers, being valued. Do you want that? Let us value God and all that God gives. Being valued. Effectiveness, strength, knowing God, control, abundance, maturity, polish, poise, dissolving all bad habits. Oh, would you like to do that for 2013? Dissolving all deficiencies as of knowledge. For example, being loved by everybody. There's only one way to do that, and that's to love everybody. Confidence. Do you want serenity? Being orderly. Never lying, stealing, or cheating. Never stealing from God. That is being loving. Never stealing from God. That is being loving. You heard about Nellie Potter, who was a crossword puzzle addict, and she said in her will that she wants to be buried 6 down and 3 across. And a man was arrested in a donut shop for not paying his bill. Guess what he was charged with? Impersonating a police officer. And I regret to inform you that this month's meeting of the Clairvoyance Club has been canceled due to unforeseen circumstances. Does your husband suffer from insanity? No, he enjoys it. Cablevision has a new conference table. It's 9 feet long, it's 3 feet wide, and it sleeps 10. What do you want to be when you grow up? Little boy said he wants to be a philanthropist. Why? They seem to have all the money. What is the difference between a Xerox machine and the flute? A Xerox machine makes facsimiles, and the flu makes sick families. A man is walking down the beach, and he picks up a seashell and he puts it to his ear, and this is what he hears. "Why aren't you working, you bum?" It's his mother-in-law. Bill's gone on a half-year's cruise, his family said. Yeah. They sent him up the river for another 6 months. Father Antone, a Roman Catholic priest, a Franciscan. How I love St. Francis of Assisi. Said to me after Christmas Mass, I go to his church at 10 o'clock and then the Protestant Reformed Church at 11 o'clock. And then maybe across the street to the Methodist, Grace Methodist Church, to see if anybody's still there and sit around and talk. Father Antone said, "I was watching television last night." And he said, "I didn't want to watch that channel. I didn't want to watch that channel. I didn't want to watch that channel. I didn't want," and I kept going channel to channel. And you came up. Well, he thought that was a miracle. He thought that was wonderful. Well, it is a miracle. May thy rich grace impart strength to our fainting heart, our zeal inspire. Oh, hear us while we pray, take all our guilt away. Oh, let us from this day be wholly thine. What was I reading from, folks? I was reading from a book called Be Perfect. Let me find it for you. Be perfect. Who said be perfect? Who? Guess. You're right. Jesus Christ. The last sentence of Matthew 5. Be ye perfect, therefore, even as your Father in heaven is perfect. Now let's see what else be perfect tells us to do. Never fighting, starting fights, or fighting back. That was a kitty cat. Let's see what damage was done. Are you all right, kitty? What happened? Come here, little kitty, sheltered from the weather and bad people and bad animals and hunger. Come here, little kitty. Nothing happened bad. Never getting angry. That's easy. Never saying anything bad about anybody. Putting others first. That is, putting God first. Not only putting God first, but putting God only. Being polite, mannerly, and considerate. That all comes, I think, automatically with loving the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind, and loving your neighbor as yourself. Being worthy of God's trust meaning being true to God. Can you trust yourself? Trusting God is a given. But if you do things you know you shouldn't do, you can expect a kick where? If anything bad happens to you, remember first of all that you deserved it. And it's nobody's fault but your own. That's that old thing of what? 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 Free will. Not talking too much. And no empty talk. If you're in a group, how about overcome the empty talk with asking them to count 5 of the best things that happened to them last week. You can always start with this one. Your heart beats every second. Your lungs breathe every second. No slip of the tongue, nor of the feet, nor of the hand, being as great as possible. Being as great as possible, that's a whole day's assignment, isn't it? A whole life's assignment. And not trying to be greater than anybody else. Being as great as possible and not trying to be greater than anybody else. Gee, you're going to end up happy. Will you help me do all those things? Wholeness, oneness, integrity, being in step with the universe. Being in step with the universe. Full development of talents, abilities, potential. Being skilled. Moving aesthetically. And some people do. It's great to see. Motion that is a pleasure to observe. No longer being afraid to die. No. The promise is made. When the time comes, just say, thank you for all that has been given. Thank you for all the richness. Thank you for the abundant supply. The ample sufficiency. Just keep saying thank you and keep being happy. You know what's going to keep you happy today? You will remember this. You're going to fall apart someday. Just be thankful it isn't today. We're going to fall apart someday. Just be thankful it isn't today. You two great big furry kitties. This kitty is silver. You think we should name her Sterling Silver? Sterling Silver? What do you think, .com? Do you like your name.com? I like the name that my mother gave me. Thank you, Mother. Glendora. What's your middle name? Vesta. Who was Vesta? Romans. The Romans, Vesta. There's an asteroid named Vesta. Okay. Can you read this to the folks? Can you read it? Can you show the folks your pretty pointed green eyes? Yeah? Oh, you think you want me to do that for a week or so? Look at her scarf. Look at that. Isn't she beautifully made? Isn't she a great creation? Somebody created her. Who? So, no longer being afraid to die because of having accomplished the highest purpose of life. And what is that? Exactly what you see right here. Love. I think there's some communication there also. Feed me. Of having accomplished the highest purpose of life. No longer being afraid to die because of having accomplished the highest purpose of life.